Whispers from the Shadows. In the quaint town of Marrowville, nestled away from the hustle and bustle of city life, stood an ancient manor that had long been the subject of whispered tales and eerie legends. The locals spoke of its dark history with a mixture of fear and fascination, for the Ravenwood Manor was no ordinary place. It was a house that held secrets in its shadowy halls and whispered of horrors in the quiet of the night. It was a house that was said to be haunted. The story begins with the Carters, a family who, unaware of the sinister rumors, were drawn to the manor's mysterious allure. The family, consisting of James and Lily, along with their 2 children, Alice and Michael, had recently moved to Marrowville in search of a fresh start. They were a picture of hope and optimism, eager to leave behind the memories of their old life and build new ones in this charming town. It was during a walk through the town's picturesque streets that they first laid eyes on Ravenwood Manor. The sight of the grand, albeit dilapidated, structure standing tall amidst overgrown gardens piqued their curiosity. Despite the warning looks from the townsfolk, the Carters were enchanted. They saw not a haunted house but a home brimming with potential, a place where they could make their dreams come true. James, a man of practicality, was initially hesitant, but Lily's enthusiasm and the children's excitement swayed him. They made the decision to purchase the manor, dismissing the whispered warnings as nothing more than superstitious tales. Little did they know, their dream home would soon become the setting of a nightmarish ordeal that would test the very bonds of their family. As they moved in, the Carters began to notice odd occurrences that they could not explain. Doors would creak open on their own, cold drafts swept through rooms with no apparent source, and the sound of footsteps echoed through the halls when no one was there. At first, they tried to rationalize these happenings, attributing them to the house's age and their imagination. However, it wasn't long before the occurrences grew more sinister. Alice, the more sensitive of the 2 children, claimed she could hear whispers in the night, whispers that seemed to beckon her. Michael spoke of shadows that lurked in the corners of his room, watching him with unseen eyes. James and Lily tried to reassure their children, but the unease within them grew. It was an unease that turned to terror one stormy night when the true horror of Ravenwood Manor revealed itself. As lightning illuminated the sky and thunder roared, the family was awakened by a chilling scream, a scream that seemed to emanate from the very walls of the manor. Heart racing, they gathered in the living room, seeking comfort in each other's presence. It was then that they saw it, a figure, shrouded in darkness, standing at the foot of the stairs. It was a sight so horrifying, so otherworldly, that it paralyzed them with fear. The figure spoke in a voice that was both ancient and anguished, recounting the tale of the manor's cursed past. It spoke of a family, much like their own, that had once lived within these walls, a family that had been torn apart by betrayal and consumed by a vengeful spirit. The spirit, bound to the manor by its rage, had been waiting, yearning for a chance to right the wrongs it had suffered. The Carters listened, frozen in fear, as the spirit made them an offer: leave the manor by dawn, and they would be spared. Stay, and they would be doomed to join the ranks of the lost souls that haunted the halls of Ravenwood Manor. With heavy hearts and a sense of urgency, the family packed what little they could and fled the manor, leaving behind the dream that had turned into a nightmare. As they drove away, the first light of dawn breaking the night's darkness, they did not look back. They knew that some secrets were better left undiscovered, and some places were better left untouched. Ravenwood Manor stood silent as the day broke, its secrets hidden once more within its walls. But the whispers from the shadows lingered, a haunting reminder of the night the Carters faced the horrors that lay within and lived to tell the tale. The family's ordeal at Ravenwood Manor became a cautionary tale, a story whispered in the quiet of the night about the dangers of ignoring the warnings of the past. And as for Marrowville, it remained a town shrouded in mystery, where the line between legend and reality was forever blurred. But the Carters, forever changed by their experience, moved forward, cherishing the bonds that had been strengthened in the face of unspeakable fear. They knew that as long as they had each other, they could face any horror that came their way. And though they would never forget the horrors of Ravenwood Manor, they also knew that some stories were best left in the shadows, whispered about but never fully understood.